Serengeti, but they called her S for short. Her last name was Cape, like the town where she was born. She's a sad-eyed, simple, dark-cornered child whose adopted parents fell in love with her tempestuous hair and well-behaved smile, but Soweto won't leave her alone. Her parents want her to be like the other kids, but she's seen the beautiful killers, and no amount of makeup or hip-hop can keep Soweto from crawling into bed with her each night. She's sleeping with passbooks in the bodies of charred school children who have killed each other's mothers just so they might one day speak her tongue with pride. Her best friend told her life was difficult because, how am I supposed to choose between my boyfriend, Joe Millionaire, The Bachelor, or making the band? As told her, she was trying to decide, how does one keep living when who you are keeps calling you in a language you don't understand? And what if you left the place that defined you only to find that that place had found you, and when you tried to communicate, you found that your 16-year-old reality was so far removed from your ancient soul memories that you were unable. Her now ex-best friend looked at her and said, "You should get cable." And from that day forward, her silence grew and wrapped itself around her like redemption. She wore her silence long and straight around her shoulders like black girls wear extensions, and craved it more than J-Lo craves affection. She spent her waking hours giving Soweto her attention, but in reality she's a silent soul rebel recruit who's got more books than Don Cherry's got tacky suits, and rereads books more times than George Bush says shoot. To Kill a Mockingbird is her favorite. She'd rather be S in a book than Jenny on the Block. Better to be a fictional heroine than a living, breathing afterthought. She practices escapism. See, words are her release and reality's her prison. Her self-proclaimed sentence is a life of lyricism. She writes as if a lyric could save a human soul. She's a warrior with words, a beautiful even on the outside girl with verbs, a voracious lyric eater, a time and meter disbeliever, a metaphoric rhyme receiver, and poetic license keeper of celestial manifestos from the gods. She writes as if a lyric could change a human's goals. She dreams that one day she'll write something so inspired that the space between the words in and of themselves would be an invocation to the gods for conversation on universe relations, with verbal meditations for cacophonic patients, with lyrical fixations who mumble their loquacious allegations regarding rhythmic infiltrations, until the haiku court judges start to show their frustration, but they can't begrudge as her verbal elation because her words are the warm space where angels take vacations. From space and rhyme, to say grace to rhyme and prose. She writes as if a lyric could make a human whole. She's lost in rhyme again. Call the paramedic in. Damn it, someone's got to take her pen. The teacher's voice is coming in. We asked her the one thing she wanted to be when she grew up before she passed out, and all she said was,